If coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on last year's national champion, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Taylor. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The give to the back. Quick spin on the run. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and attack that side of the field, maybe in the same way. Maybe
he puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback may change this route. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Caught over the middle, it's Davis. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bears are rolling down the field. To the air, it's Owens. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
With the catch, it's Glenn. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Tries to do it himself on the draw. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And I tell you what, man, you got to do a better job of taking care of the football. I got to know I got the first down. Running backs, this is job security. You better handle that thing well, Paul.
And because of that, David, you might see another running back jog out in the field the next time this offense takes it. We're seeing a lot more of that around college football now. There's a lot of committees out there, committee approach. One way to get yourself on the bench very quickly, put the rock on the ground. That's a coachable lesson for that young man.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Adams. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Wide open downfield. All by himself down the middle. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He caught it. He kept him out of the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always...
Scores on the sneak.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. To throw, it's Owens. Grabbed in the backfield, it's King. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
That's reeled in. It's Taylor. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Here's a heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Young. At the 20, he's got space. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Owens. Got a man. It's Lay. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
That's really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Glenn. Bulldozes his way through. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
After giving up a few extra yards after a hitch throw, I wonder if this defense is going to want to give this guy this much access moving forward. They might be thinking about more press coverage or playing some zone coverage where the corner's right up on him.
Got his man. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Got him downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Motion from the wideout. They'll throw it from the red zone. Unloads it left. Looking for the goal line. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. 691 Gators far.
He wants to change this route. Back to pass, it's Owens. Here comes the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
It's now 3rd and goal. Okay, ready? That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 14, Baylor 0.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Trying to barrel in. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
It's now 4th and goal.
He'll do it himself on the draw. Goal line defense, and he gets nothing as he stopped right at the 2.
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that first down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick. Didn't let him get to the first down marker. Turnover on downs.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Looking for a man. It's Sparks. Gets it out quickly. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Trying to keep the drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
Got it in the middle. It's King. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor!
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Sparks. And wings it incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Hale. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a second time in this one. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Looking downfield on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. Grab near the marker. It's Russell. Tackle is made, but how about the toughness with this junior just standing in the fire and delivering the ball? Just outside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
To the air, it's Owens. Got it behind the line. It's King. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big 3rd down. His ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Touchdown Bears! Fitted in the window for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Pulls and fires complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Adams. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Direct snap. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They have been running ISOs in football since the beginning of time, right? They want to isolate that linebacker. A lot of times they're going to pull a guard. Great job by the defense seeing it, getting downhill, understanding where the ball's coming, going downhill, attacking it, and getting the big tackle for a loss.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Sparks. Grabbed in the middle, it's Edwards. Good, solid tackle. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Hale. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Unloads quickly. He's loose. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Jesse, that's like a throwback to yesteryear, tossing it to a pass-catching fullback.
Well, it's nice to know as a quarterback, when things aren't open downfield, you can find the big fella for a check down.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week, he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
from the gun. They'll give it on the inside.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Timeout, Alabama.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Sparks. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Hunt is in the air. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. What a nice play on the pick. Didn't find much running room. They'll let it slide. They've got it at the 29. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there. Still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. This 3rd down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Dropping back, it's Sparks. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's 1st down in the red zone at the 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Big fella moving. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback running on the draw. Touchdown time! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
That is a big-time gamble, man. I was second-guessing the head coach deciding to go for that and not just kick the field goal in the last play of the 1st half, but he trusts the big fellas up front. They decide to run the ball. They get movement, and he plows his way in for a touchdown, and with it, take the lead on the final play of the 1st half.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. second half. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to... So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Sparks. Floats it out in space. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Edwards. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
Creates a little space. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit, because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
That's caught. It's Adams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Caught over the middle. It's Adams. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
At the 8-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Scanning the field, it's Sparks. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third down, going up top. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. The field goal is no good, and the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from the game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Gonna run it. It's Kane. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game.
Early on the Jets. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Unleashes one. That ball came out a little late, and it was almost picked off.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Wants to throw. It's Owens. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The screen, and watch out.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on fourth down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot. In a sudden change situation, let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that fourth down.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I'm starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football, and making sure I was in bounds.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Hale. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
The give from the gun. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
The give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
If they don't pick up this third down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Looking to throw, it's Sparks. Grab near the sticks, it's Hale. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the third.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Alabama 21, Bama 14.
And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now. They knew they had held their stud down to his little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more. So they got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a great back, and they've done a pretty good job all day.
Tough sliding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down.
Yeah, and I think on that third down and short call, I honestly think that they thought it was going to be a 4th down situation. Now it's 4th and 2. I think this offense was ready for this opportunity, and I think they're going to go for it right here.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Owens. Quarterback now breaking the field. Now he'll throw back into the middle. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive, maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on 1st down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. That's exactly what happened. Nice job.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Firing to the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Really nice job by the quarterback there, just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown, and that's exactly what happened.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Back to throw, it's Sparks. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, what a play by the defense. They're trailing here in the fourth quarter by 1 possession, able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football?
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
Great job by this defense. They started the drive with the offense backed up, in the shadow of their own end zone. Nice job being aggressive, keeping them there, and now they're going to have a chance to flip the field and really give their offense good field position.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Owens. Throws to the tight end. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Quick shovel pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
Unloads to the wideout. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
I am not always the most positive guy towards kickers. We all know that. But how about that, man? First opportunity in the game, in the 4th quarter, when your team needed it, the game now tied because of his foot.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Looking for space, it's Paul. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably...
Oh, a lot of space. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Ripping through the defense. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Run in the red zone, it's Young. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Back to throw, it's Sparks. Flips it out to the back. Wide open spaces. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's blocked. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And the defense makes the tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. Finds his man. Touchdown, Bama! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now. Say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Taylor. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Owens. Under fire. Makes the grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Lost to fire on second down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gashing the D on the right. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you got to believe they have to recover this onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onside every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains the football.
Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And, David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played with their hair on fire and got a tremendous win.
And to keep the belief, like, to understand, like, I've got a chance to come in and win this game and not just give us lip service. They told us this could happen throughout the week, but they believed. Even when it got a little difficult, got a little up in the air, they kept fighting, they kept believing, and they get the huge win.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.